So we've nearly got the generic content for the website completed. So the header and the footer, they'll appear on every page of the site. So if we get this index page with its generic content complete, then we can duplicate that page and every other page will have that generic content. So there's just one thing just missing, and that's this little icon. I want to have a little icon on the tab. So if I go to my images, I've downloaded this little icon, which is the Peruvian flag. And now what I want to do is I want to add that into my code so that it appears on the tab like this one here. So I'm going to go back to my index.html file, and below my title, so the title is what appears on the tab of the browser. So that title text, that's appearing here on the tab. Now, as well as the title on the tab, I want to have that little icon. So I'm going to choose a link, and it's going to be an icon. I'm not sure if icon should be singular or plural. We'll see what happens. And my icon is in my images directory, and it's peru.png. And I believe that should be icon singular. I could be wrong about that though. Let's have a look at what we get. And we get the icon on the tab. So basically now what I've got is I've got all the generic content which will appear across every page on my site. And what I want to do now is create these other 3 pages: photos, about, and contact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my folder of goodies, and I'm going to copy the index HTML to photos.html, and I'm going to copy it to about HTML, and I'm going to copy it a 3rd time to contact HTML. Then I can open each one of those files up, and there's just one line on each file I want to change, and that's this active nav line. So I'm going to go to my index.html anchor tag, cut the class active nav, and this is my photos HTML file. So that class active nav belongs on the anchor tag for photos. And then I'm going to do that for the about file. On my about file, I'm going to cut that class from the index anchor tag and paste it on my about anchor tag. And then I'll do the same thing for my contact HTML as well. So on my contact file, I'll cut the class active nav from the index anchor tag and paste it on the contact anchor tag. I'll save all my work, and now I should be able to navigate between my 4 files. And the active nav styling, that just styles the tab with that blue color, so I can see which page of the site I'm on clearly. So you'll see up here, home is index, photos is photos, about is about, and contact is contact. So now we've got all the generic content for the website. And the next step is to go to each page and fill in the unique information specific to each page in between the header and the footer.